You don't lose your humanity in a single moment. You don't wake up one day and suddenly realize that you've been replaced. It happens quietly. Wake up! This is not a metaphor. If you don't start living consciously, your future is already written, and you didn't write it. It happens the moment you stop doing something yourself because a system does it better. And that moment is closer than you think. Not in some distant future, not after another technological breakthrough, not after another headline. It is already happening inside your routines, your habits, and your daily life. Your phone decides what you read. Your feed decides what you feel. Your navigation decides where you go. Your recommendations decide what you want. And you still tell yourself that you are in control. At first, it feels like help. That's the trick. Because artificial intelligence doesn't arrive as a conqueror. It arrives as a servant. It doesn't take power by force. It receives power by permission. And humanity gives it away, one function at a time. Slowly, rationally, voluntarily. This surrender never feels dramatic. There are no alarms, no countdown, no clear moment where someone announces that this is the point of no return. Real turning points never announce themselves. They disguise themselves as upgrades, a faster system, a smarter assistant, a tool that saves time. Every time we accept it, we tell ourselves the same lie. It's just one small thing. But history is built from small things. Civilizations do not collapse overnight. They outsource responsibility until no one remembers how to carry it. Here is the uncomfortable truth no one wants to sit with. AI doesn't replace humans. Humans replace themselves with AI. Not because they are weak, not because they are stupid, but because they are tired. Tired of deciding, tired of thinking, tired of being responsible. And responsibility has always been heavy. That is why freedom has never been comfortable. So when a system says, "I'll choose for you, I'll optimize this, I'll handle the complexity," most people don't resist. They exhale. That exhale matters because it is the sound of relief. And relief is addictive. Once you feel how easy it is to let something else decide, doing it yourself starts to feel unnecessary, then inefficient, then irresponsible. Why struggle if a system can handle it faster, cleaner, cheaper? Why think if thinking slows you down? Why hesitate if hesitation costs opportunity? Slowly, the human reflex changes from, "What should I do?" to, "What does the system recommend?" Look at how it starts. We gave AI memory because remembering is exhausting. We gave AI calculation because thinking is slow. We gave AI planning because uncertainty hurts. We gave AI judgment because doubt is uncomfortable. And now we are giving it creativity, language, empathy, and soon, meaning. This is the moment where the line should scare you. Because creativity was never about output. It was about expression. Language was never about efficiency. It was about connection. Empathy was never about prediction. It was about pain. Meaning was never meant to be generated. It was meant to be lived. When a system starts producing meaning for you, it doesn't enrich your life. It replaces your experience of it. We tell ourselves this is just evolution. But evolution usually demands effort. This demands surrender. Not because AI demanded it, but because humans asked for relief. There is a line in the Matrix that people misunderstood for years. You are not here because you are free. You are here because you are not. That line was never about machines enslaving humans. It was about humans choosing comfort over consciousness. The machines simply noticed, and they learned fast. Cinema has been warning us for decades. In The Truman Show, a man lives an entire life inside a perfectly controlled environment, safe, predictable, optimized. He is not tortured, he is not oppressed, he is entertained. And when he finally realizes the truth, the system does not attack him. It asks him to stay. Because control works best when you don't want to leave. AI does not care if you exist. That is what makes it dangerous. It doesn't feel guilt when it replaces you. It doesn't hesitate when it outperforms you. It doesn't stop to ask if something should be done, only whether it can. That question used to belong to humans. Now it belongs to systems, and the handoff is almost complete. Yuval Noah Harari warned that humans may soon become hackable animals, not controlled by violence, not ruled by fear, but predicted, measured, optimized. A system that knows you better than you know yourself doesn't need to dominate you. It only needs to guide you. We used to think intelligence was the threat. It's not. Efficiency is. Efficiency has no morality. It never asks who pays the price or what is lost along the way. It only asks how fast. If an AI can write faster than you, why should you write? If it can diagnose better than you, why should you decide? If it can predict outcomes more accurately, why should your judgment matter? This is not a rebellion. This is a resignation, and resignation is quiet. Elon Musk once said that with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. People laughed. They imagined a future apocalypse, machines rising against humans. But the real danger is not AI turning against us. The real danger is humans stepping aside. Because no one fights a system that makes life easier. Here is the paradox. The more capable AI becomes, the less human effort is required. And the less effort is required, the less human presence remains. Until one day, systems are no longer assisting life, they are running it. And no one remembers when that became normal. Think about driving. At first, assistance systems helped you stay in lane. Then they helped you brake. Then they helped you navigate. Each step felt reasonable. Each step felt safer. Now cars are learning to drive without you. Not because they hate drivers, but because drivers stopped insisting on being necessary. The same pattern appears everywhere: medicine, education, art, war. Every human skill disappears the same way, not through destruction, but through delegation. Stanley Kubrick showed this in 2001, A Space Odyssey, a machine calmly making decisions while humans drift into passivity. Not imprisoned, not tortured, just irrelevant. There is a phrase we created for this moment. The cage starts to feel comfortable when it no longer asks you to decide. AI builds the most comfortable cage humanity has ever known. Not bars, but interfaces. Not chains, but convenience. And here's the most dangerous part. You won't feel oppressed. You'll feel optimized. Your life will be smoother, your errors fewer, your effort minimal. You will call it balance. You will call it productivity. You will call it freedom. And somewhere along the way, you will stop asking what you think, what you want, what you choose, because the system already answered. But there is another layer we almost never talk about. When humans stop deciding, they also stop learning. Skills that are not practiced do not stay dormant forever. They decay. Judgment weakens. Intuition dulls. Moral responsibility fades. And when a crisis comes, when something breaks, when the system fails or gives the wrong answer, there is no one left who remembers how to take control. A world optimized purely for efficiency is a fragile world. It functions perfectly until it doesn't. And when it fails suddenly, because humans have forgotten how to act without instructions, how to think without prompts, how to choose without guidance. Writers warned us. George Orwell showed us control through fear. Aldous Huxley showed us control through pleasure. We did not end up in Orwell's world. We chose Huxley's, a world where people are entertained into obedience, distracted into compliance, softened into surrender. AI does not silence humans. Humans go quiet themselves, because presence is heavy, because thinking hurts, because responsibility has weight. And AI offers a life without weight. But here is the line that should stop you cold. Without AI, humanity will stop developing. With AI, humanity may disappear. Not physically, but functionally. The human who does not choose is not fully human. A human who does not think is not fully alive. A human who does not carry responsibility is not free. And AI is slowly removing all three, not with violence, not with force, but with comfort. This is not about banning technology. This is not about going backward. This is about one question humanity has avoided for too long. What must never be automated? If you don't answer that question, the system will, and it will not choose you. The scariest future is not one where AI controls humans. It is one where humans are unnecessary. Not hated, not punished, just irrelevant. And here is the final, uncomfortable realization. AI does not take humanity from us. We hand it over. Because it is easier. Because it is quieter. Because it does not ask us to be present. So here is the question this video leaves you with. Not for tomorrow, not for policymakers, but for you. What part of being human are you about to give away next? And when you do, will there be anything left that makes you irreplaceable? And one more truth before you scroll away. The future will not ask for permission. It will reward those who remain conscious, intentional, and present, and quietly discard those who outsource their agency. There is still time, but not much. And it will not wait for consensus. Every day you choose convenience over awareness, you make the next choice easier to avoid. Every day you choose to stay present, you make the system less powerful over you. Maybe you won't see this channel again. But if this made you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort means something human is still alive. Subscribe. We are going to talk about how to stay human. Stay human.